welcome everyone to another edition of Icon Elevate, and it's a great pleasure today. We've got a very special guest. My great pleasure to welcome Lynda Tran. Now, Lynda is one of our pharmacy technicians in Melbourne. I'm sure Lynda's going to tell us a little bit more about what she does for the Slade Pharmacy team and indeed the broader Icon team. So, Lynda, welcome to Icon Elevate.
Thank you, Mark. Thanks for having me. It's an honour to join you on Elevate today.
Good on you. It's absolutely wonderful to see you. Now, Lynda, you had a pretty big year last year. You were the very, very well-deserved winner of the Icon of the Year for 2022. And beyond that, you're a much treasured member of the Slade Pharmacy team. And I know that because everyone keeps talking to me about Lynda Tran. So tell us what a typical day at work is for you.
Yeah, thank you, Mark. So my typical day at work, I always work with a bunch of passionate team at Monash IVF. So apart from Slade Pharmacy, working with my pharmacists, I work with a team of doctors, nurses, embryologists, pathologists, and we're all here to have the same goal, which is to help, our patients achieve a little family of their own, whether it's a little family or a big family of even 5. Sometimes patients come in for even their 10th cycle because they go through successes through Monash IVF.
Yeah, wow. Now, Lynda, tell me, what was that feeling like when you were announced I announced you as Icon of the Year for 2022? What did it feel like?
Oh my God, I could not believe it. I'm still pinching myself today, to be honest with you. I attended there not expecting to win because I read all of the story and everyone just sound amazing with what they do with their work. So when I heard my name yelled out, I could not believe it. I quickly ran to my area manager. I gave John Evan a big hug and he couldn't believe it himself. So it was very amazing. So thank you so much again for, giving me that award. Yeah, I was speechless.
Yeah, no, it's a very, very special moment for you. And your joy in receiving that award was palpable. And I think for everyone, it was really, really special. So well done. Now, you were nominated for that award for your innate ability to connect with team members and patients, which you're very, very good at. And I know that because, again, everyone keeps telling me. Now, was working in a healthcare setting something Lynda Tran always wanted to do, or were there other things you thought about doing along the way?
Yeah, that's a good question. To be honest with you, back in high school, I wanted to be an optometrist or working as an accountant. So I chose science subjects and I chose business subjects, but I wasn't that good with science. So unfortunately, I had to drop that off and I had to focus on my business. So I ended up studying accounting. I finished that at TAFE to start with. And then I landed myself with a job at the Commonwealth Bank of Australia. So I was very fortunate to have given a customer service specialist role, which I really enjoyed at that time. But for some reason, I had a passion inside of me to move into pharmacy, which I did. So during my full-time study days, I did a bit of part-time work in a local pharmacy. And my boss really looked after me. So at nighttime, I went to do a pharmacy technician course. So I had a busy few years, but I managed to get that done as well. And then I was able to, work within pharmacy to show care to the patients, which I really enjoy up until today.
Yeah, great stuff. Great stuff. Well, I'm glad you chose to be in healthcare because I think it's just a natural vocation for you. So we're very, very fortunate that you chose that, and so are the people that you interact with and look after. Now, Lynda, you got a busy life outside work too.
Yes, I do.
Couple of kids. You showed me their photos whilst you were here with us in Brisbane, and I also know they were incredibly proud of your win, and I think I saw a photo of you surrounded by trophies, and they were very, very happy. What do you like to do to relax and recharge outside of work? You got a busy work life, you got a busy family life. What do you do to relax?
Yeah, for me, I have 2 busy kids. So, full-time mom, part-time job. Even though I work over 5 days, it does feel like full-time even though I work part-time. So normally outside of work, I like to spend quality time with my family, especially my little ones. They're very busy with school. So usually outside of school, we like to go play a bit of tennis. They do enjoy playing tennis, and I do enjoy it. I'm not saying I'm the best at tennis, but, I can hit a few balls, which is good.
Can you beat the kids?
Yeah, I can. They're pretty good as well. Sometimes they can beat me as well. And apart from that, we like to go down to the beach, go down for a walk, go to the movies, just do something that relaxes us. And at home, I just enjoy cooking and baking, as you know. I just love doing that on the side. Yeah, my family and friends really enjoy my cooking and baking.
Yeah. Now let's talk about baking. I was actually reflecting during the global pandemic when I would email everyone good morning. You responded back to me several times. I was just thinking about it, and I was looking at the one you sent me a heap of photos of you baking. It looked amazing. So what is your signature baking dish?
Yeah, I have to say, like a fresh, cake with some fresh cream, like fresh chocolate cake or fresh vanilla cake with like layers of cream and some fruits on it. And yeah, I just like to decorate it and make it look really pretty. So everyone here at Monash IVF really enjoy it, which is good. I love sharing my love for baking, so I love to share my food. It makes me happy when people are happy.
Yeah, now I know you bring a lot of baking into our facility, and people just love it. So I'm looking forward to tasting some of this food one day.
Yeah. Well, Mark, to be honest with you, I was about to send you some during Christmas time, but I've just been so busy. So something is definitely coming along the way.
Good on you. Look, I really look forward to it. And it's great that you've got such a wonderful hobby. And I love the fact that you said that it brings you joy to see other people happy. And that's something that's really, really important. Now, Lynda, let's think about the future. You've had an incredible professional high in 2022. What are you going to do in the future? What is there for you to achieve professionally? Where do you want to go with your career?
For me, I always have goals to set for myself. So in the future, I would like to maybe go back to study marketing this time instead of accounting. I completed my accounting, but I wanted to focus on the Bachelor of Marketing, and hopefully I can work for marketing team within Icon one day.
Oh, wow. Is this are you just putting it out there as a subtle hint?
Pardon? Yes, it is a subtle hint, and hopefully you'll remember that. I would love to grow within the company because I really enjoy working for Slade. I really enjoy working with everybody within Icon. It's really special to see what you actually do around the world for the cancer patient. And I'm very touched by that because my dad passed away from cancer many years ago. Yeah. So I really wanted to really grow within the company.
Yeah, I saw your very, very personal post on LinkedIn around your dad and what it means to you. And there was a number of our team members who posted about their own experiences having a loved one suffer from cancer and unfortunately pass away. Very powerful stuff.
That's right. It's very emotional going through what we went through at that time. So the last thing I want, to do is to see other family going through all of those things. It's not hard. I mean, it's not easy. So I really want to help the community as much as I can, whether I do a bit of donations myself or whether I host the biggest morning tea, because at the end of the day, I really want to try to help the society, and hopefully we won't see as much of the cancer, patients out there.
Yeah, and I think just from that, it just makes us all stop and reflect about what we all do every single day to help people. So good on you. Now, I have a few rapid fire questions, which is the way we finish these Icon Elevates. So I'm just going to throw them at you. What book would you recommend I read? I love to read. What should I read?
There's one favorite book that I liked back then. I'm not sure if you heard. It's called A Bend in the River. It's by Libby Hellman, the author. Yeah. So I'm from Vietnam, and that book is about like two Vietnamese girls who lost their family due to the Vietnamese War.
Wow.
And they fought very hard to try to stay alive. So at one stage, they have different commitments. They try to live a different life. So they actually haven't seen each other for 10 years. So after 10 years, they reunited with each other, and they try to, connect with one another again. So it's kind of very sad, but it's a pretty interesting book. So
Bend in the River. All right. It's on my list. Thank you. Who in your life has inspired you to be your best?
Yeah, that is such an easy question, Mark. My dad has inspired me a lot because he was a migrant back then. He actually risked his life to come over to Australia in order to give us a better life. So to be honest with you, I didn't see my dad until 7 years later because he actually left me when I was 1 year old. And, you know, he came over to Australia to make a bit of money, send money back to Vietnam so I could have some money for education. And then I still remember that day when I saw my dad at the airport, even though I haven't seen him for 7 years, I still knew that man was my dad. Like, he was such a hardworking man. That's where I got my hardworking ethics from. I think just seeing how hard my dad worked.
Yeah, no, look, that is very, very touching, Lynda. And I mean, the sacrifice that your dad made
that's
to go to another country, to not see his family for 7 years, to give you a better life. That is very, very special. And I'm sure that's a story you share with your kids.
Yeah,
just to let them know what that your family did for each other. So you've almost made me tear up there, to be honest. That is very, very touching. Very, very special. Thank you for sharing that. All right. This question's going to date you a little bit. First music album you ever bought?
Oh, God. I have to say Whitney Houston because my dad was a big fan of Whitney Houston. So I remember the first album I bought was The Greatest Hit. I think it was called. She has so many albums. And my favorite song was like The Greatest Love of All because that was his favorite as well.
Now, Lynda, would you be brave enough to belt out a few bars of The Greatest Love of All?
Oh, not really.
Did you see the Whitney Houston movie that just came out? Did you see the Whitney Houston movie?
No, I haven't seen that, but I do have plans to go watch it.
Yeah, no, I haven't seen it. Great stuff. Yeah, Whitney Houston, great singer. Well done, great answer. All right, last couple of questions. Favorite holiday destination?
Favorite holiday, I have to say Seoul. Like, I went to Seoul. I was fortunate enough to travel to Seoul with my friends and with my family friends just before COVID. It's just an amazing place. All the food was amazing. We went down to eat street food every single night. Wow. Everything was so fresh. You can grab like a fresh lobster tail for like maybe $5 Australian currency. So yeah, even the atmosphere, the scenery, everything was just amazing. But next destination, I would like to go to Japan.
Wow, awesome. Now, you are from Vietnam. I've had the great pleasure of spending some time in Vietnam. It's a great place to have a holiday. Where would you suggest people went for a holiday if they went to Vietnam?
Now, of course, I have to recommend my own city, Saigon City. So Saigon City is in the south. And in the south, you can, see the scenery in the city, or you can even travel by car to Mekong River, which is not too far. I was fortunate enough to travel there about 8 years ago or 10 years ago, because at that time my eldest uncle passed away. So I went to visit him and pray for him. And then I did a little tour. So I did a little tour along the Mekong River, which is really amazing. Yeah, and the food there, of course, is amazing.
Yeah, well, I was very fortunate. I've had a holiday in Hoi An. Amazing place.
And the beaches and everything would be very amazing there.
Amazing place. Amazing place.
Have you been to Saigon City yourself?
I have, yes. Very beautiful. Very, very beautiful.
A lot. Yeah.
Now, Lynda, thank you for taking the time to join me on Icon Elevate. You've got an amazing story and you've shared some of it. An inspirational story for the people across Icon. So thank you. Thanks for being our Icon of the Year in 2022. And thank you for everything you do for your colleagues and the people who really need us.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Mark, for having me on Elevate. I really appreciate it. This is such a good opportunity. And I just enjoy working with everyone, in Slade Pharmacy, not just Slade, our partners, Monash IVF. This is such an amazing opportunity for my career. So thank you so much for the awards as well. You guys are unbelievable.
All right. Good on you, Lynda. You have a great day and we will talk soon.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye.